We are artists, and Jiu-Jitsu is our form of expression. How we express ourselves, how we show who we are, and that's what I live for, and I've never stopped, and I don't plan on stopping. For me, the martial arts lifestyle has been the way of life since the very beginning. My father is a lifetime martial artist. He was inspired by Bruce Lee whenever he was a child, and my father pursued martial arts his whole life, following Bruce Lee into the Jeet Kune Do and the JKD. So I grew up with that in my life. You know, JKD was like my martial arts lifestyle growing up. And that was already kind of like a mixed martial arts lifestyle, because it was a blend of all sorts of martial arts. So I was boxing and Thai boxing and doing Kali, Eskrima, Wing Chun, Penjak Silat, like numerous martial arts my whole life. And I'm very fortunate that I had my father to raise me that way and show me the martial arts lifestyle while I was still young. When he discovered Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu through the JKD, he grasped onto that, and I was very fortunate to be just a teenager, and at a time where many people had no idea what Jiu-Jitsu was. You know, most of the world didn't know. You know, to have my father really search for that and want, you know, to learn the best martial arts that were out there, and be able to have that trickle down into me, and still be young enough, you know, to be able to get that exposure and have my father's support and send me around to, you know, California and Brazil and all the competitions across the world while I was young, and give me that experience, you know, was a huge changing factor in my life, and I fell in love with Jiu-Jitsu right away. I was one of the first American teenagers to ever go to Brazil to learn Jiu-Jitsu and to compete there, and that is why I'm in this position to be able to be a teacher and still a competitor, and have black belts, my own black belts, while I'm still you know, just 30 years old, and have us competing together as black belts. So it's a very you know, unique situation, and it's more, you know, pretty much destiny. You know, the martial arts lifestyle, what I think it means to me is seeking perfection, knowing that you're never going to reach it, always wanting to improve, always wanting to learn, perfect your craft. We are artists, and Jiu-Jitsu is our form of expression. How we express ourselves, how we show who we are, and, you know, it's our little fingerprint. No two styles, no two games are going to be the same, and it's how you mold and develop and create your, you know, your style, your angles, your techniques, and what you get from other people, what you're inspired from, how you like to move, how you like to compete, how you want people to know you. I think it's just so pure, it's never ending. every day I'm learning. Every day I get to do what I love, and I get to share it with so many special people and important people in my life, and I get to live through my students. You know, I get to experience so much. I think you get to really live life, the emotions that you feel when you put it on the line, you know, and you go out there and, you know, you train hard for weeks and months on end, and, you know, you dream about something, and you really believe that it's going to happen, and you go out there and not knowing if it is or not, you know, you just put it on the line and you let it go, and you're in that moment where it's really pure, you know, the emotion, the adrenaline, the crowd, you know, the glory of victory, the sadness of defeat, all of that, I think, is just really like living life to the fullest, and experiencing that emotion is something really special. You're crossing paths with someone else who's going through the same thing, you know, has their own story, their own sacrifices and battles that they've been through, and then there you are, someone from a completely another background, another way of life, another country, another whatever it may be, and then you're there, and they're putting their masterpiece, their fingerprint, their thing they've been working their whole lives for, their game versus yours, and then let's see what happens. Whether you win or you lose, you're gonna learn, and you're gonna really live. You're gonna feel something special either way, and that's what I live for, and I've never stopped. This is all I've done. This is all I've known. This is pretty much what I've put my whole life into. And I don't plan on stopping. I'm always going to be competing. I'm always going to be trying to learn and get better, and try to better those around me, and hopefully inspire people about my work and my performances and what I do out there. Could have been better, but did my best, you know. It started off really well yesterday. Got a flying triangle like in a minute, and then I had rust him in the second round. He's a really, really tough guy, and I was able to triangle him as well. So started off 2 submissions to get to day 2. And then today I had a really tough match with Popovich. I had to play the strategy really well. He's a very difficult guy to fight. He doesn't expose too much, and so I played the game and was able to give him a negative because he was backing out and running away a lot. So, and then in the finals, I mean, what can I say? I had a war with Homolo, and I did my best, and I almost caught him, and in the very beginning with the heel hook, and he played a great strategy. He came back. He didn't give me, much to work with. He was being very, tight and not exposing much. And so we went like 30 minutes, and I tried to wrestle with him, and I was shooting. He never shot once. So I was trying to be the aggressor in case it went to a decision. and I was shooting, and I ended up in some tough positions where he was sprawling on me hard and trying to get to my back. I shook him off a couple times. But there in the very end of the overtime, he was able to take my back like in the last 10 seconds. So, you know, what can I say? Romulo's, he's a great champion, and this was our fifth time we fought against each other, and no, sixth time. We fought a lot, and it's always a war. It's always super close, and you know, what can I say? It was his day. He deserves it. I'm disappointed, obviously, but on the other hand, if I'm going to lose to anyone, I'm happy that it was him. You know, he's a good guy. So that's that, man. Gotta wait 2 more years to come back and go at it again.
The second place is Rafael Lovato.
Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying the short film Lovato Junior so far. Before we go into part 2, I'd like to plug the new sponsor of my YouTube channel, xmartial.com. If you like my videos and you want to support my channel, you can go to xmartial.com and use the code SCFilms for a 10% discount.
You know, martial arts can really bring everyone together, especially jiu-jitsu. You know, like, you see it in academies all across the world. So many times I'm on my mat and I look back and I'm sitting against the wall, and I just look on the mat, I look around, and I see all these people together sharing their techniques and sharing their energies and having fun with each other, and then you realize, like, look, this is a high school kid, this is a businessman, this is a family man. It's people that are just all across the spectrum, people that would never cross paths with each other any other way. It's really amazing, and I think you see that so much more with jiu-jitsu than other martial arts because of the connection that you make with people. Who you are and what you feel, you're gonna feel that whenever you're rolling with someone, when you're gonna train with someone. The exchange of energy is so intimate with jiu-jitsu when you're that close with each other and you're putting your hands on each other and you're, you know, trying to, you know, smash the other person and do things like that. But at the end of it, you can try to smash each other every day and really appreciate what's going on. You can appreciate what you can learn from each person, you know, their approach, their style, the way that they've developed their techniques and their style, even though they've been in the same classes as you. You know, everyone does something different. For me, jiu-jitsu, I think, is like not just the search of creating your masterpiece, but also finding what is the best way for you to move given your physical attributes. Some people are tall, some people are shorter, some people are thicker, stockier, you know, they're strong legs, strong arms, whatever it is, more flexible, faster. They prefer to be on top, they prefer to be on bottom. They like this angle, they like that angle. The perfect game for you is gonna be specific to your body and how you like to move and what you're good at. And everyone can learn something from everybody else because they're doing that specifically to them. So no two people are going to do everything the same. So there's always an inch, there's always a little thing that, you know, that you can learn. I learn a lot from my blue and purple belts all the time. They're some of my favorite people to train with because they're still in that creative process, and I can gather inspiration from what they're putting together from themselves. It's the common language, the thing that breaks through all the barriers. When you're on the mat, you're in your gi, you're all wearing the same thing, you're all in the search of the same thing, and you can all share a common passion with each other. I've had people in my academy, obviously become best friends, even male and females who ended up becoming married, who got married together. People who are already married, or boyfriend, girlfriend, come in and start and share that together. It really is, one big family of jiu-jitsu artists, and it's so amazing, and I'm so happy that I have that in my life. I have so many amazing people that are behind me from my school. I think there's many different levels of success, and success is going to be different for each person. But for me, I think real success is taking risks, following your passion, finding what it is that you love the most, that makes you the happiest, and trying to live that day in, day out, which is the risk. And then within that, trying to always improve and get better at your passion, and trying to use your passion to help others, inspire others, making a difference, being able to make a difference in those around you, and for the better. And I think that's real success. Changing lives, giving back, always trying to do more. Never get satisfied. I think once you get satisfied, then you stop learning, you stop growing. That's why I compete so much, because I don't want my game to stop evolving, and I know it has to be tested, and I have to experience losing. I have to learn. I learn from winning, because you're never perfect. You don't ever not make a mistake. I'm so fortunate to have, my passion, be able to live my passion, and my passion takes me across the world, and being able to, impact others and teach others, and bring them into, my family, and, become like almost like a grandfather, and then have my black belts have their students, and their students have their students, and it all kind of trickles down the line to where, you can make the biggest impact possible. But the biggest thing is taking the risk. I think that's what holds most people back. They want to be comfortable and do the normal thing. That's what everyone lives for the most part. That's what, parents want for their children, the safe, comfortable lifestyle. But I think the most important thing is to find what you love the most, and take the risk to be able to do that every day of your life, and use that to make the biggest impact that you possibly can through your passion. And that's when you can really inspire others, and make the biggest difference, and become really successful, and the happiest that you can be. That's the real success, is being happy with your relationships, with your work, and what you do every day.